ABC Sports presents high school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Doan Ford, West 40 Auto Sales, WB Green Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and Cooling, Schaefer Insurance, Southeastern Med, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Valentine Insurance, Bethea Glass CPA, The Rogers Company, and Papa John's Pizza.
Opening night, right?
Very good. 1 point loss to a very good new Philly team.
Yep. So they are 2-1 overall, 2-0 in the NBL. Switching gears to the Electrics, Coach Greg Haberfield, which we both know pretty well.
Yes, exactly. Fine young man,
good guy, and for the folks at home, you coached Greg in high school, right?
Actually, I did not get a chance to.
Okay.
I got to coach with his grandfather. Years ago, Earl Haberfield.
Yep.
When Earl was
when
he was the head coach of Meadowbrook back in the early 80s. I was his JV coach, and of course know his dad, Greg's dad, John, quite well. John and I actually lived together for a couple of years when I was coaching in Meadowbrook, so good family. A lot of basketball background in that family. And he comes here from Buckeye Local, which really had struggled with their program. And I tell you, he did a really nice job down there getting that program turned around. And I'm sure if they give him time here, he'll do the same here with the Electrics.
Well, and all those kind words, of course, because Dad, John Haberfield, sitting right behind us.
Yeah, we want to keep him under control back there.
and not to be partial either, but obviously Greg is my nephew as well. So I've known Greg for a long time, and he does a good job and gets the most out of his players. And that being said, starting lineups tonight, Philo, before we get to the starting lineups, Philo's 1-1 on the season, 1-1 in the NBL. A couple common opponents, right, between John Glenn and Philo?
The one in particular, they both have wins against Crooksville, similar scores. So it's hard to go on comparative scores, especially at the high school level. But I expect a good one here. We had a good JV tilt.
Sure did.
One that was evenly contested, actually won by Philo, 49-43. Made a nice push towards the end of the fourth quarter, come out of that with the win.
A comeback win.
Yes, it
was. They were down really most of the game. So we're getting ready to start with some national anthem and starting lineup announcements. We're going to send it back to ABC World Headquarters for a little bit of a break. So we will get the starters put together for you, come back in just a moment and review those and get ready for tip-off.
Hello, I'm Raymond Shriver with ABC Communications.
And I'm Maxine Shriver. On behalf of my little sisters, Denver and Waverly, we want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year. And on behalf of ABC Communications, I want to thank all of our advertisers this year for all their support.
Merry Christmas.
Did you say Merry Christmas, Denver?
Uh-huh. Merry Christmas.
In today's marketplace, you have many choices for insurance. WB Green Insurance, a representative of Westfield Insurance, is committed to providing you with excellent coverage for your home and auto at a fair and competitive price. Westfield has been in the neighborhood for over 150 years, providing peace of mind and quality insurance products through independent insurance professionals. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield's pledge to their customers. Call WB Green Insurance today.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of a guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Do you really think that an insurance company who promises quotes in a few minutes has your best interest in mind? Do they really know you and what coverages you need? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. We take time to learn about you and your insurance needs so you can feel comfortable that you're receiving the right coverages at the best possible prices. Find us on Facebook, stop by our office, or give us a call at 994-1776. Valentine Insurance, a partner you can depend on.
Hello, I'm Raymond Shriver with ABC Communications.
And I'm Maxine Shriver. On behalf of my little sisters Denver and Waverly, we want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year. And on behalf of ABC Communications, I want to thank all of our advertisers this year for all their support.
Merry Christmas!
You say Merry Christmas, Denver?
Uh-huh. Merry Christmas.
Feeding the world takes the work of a farmer. Patrons Buckeye Mutual, your local Grinnell Mutual member insurance company, tips our hat to those who help ensure that we can all eat tomorrow. We are proud to offer the coverage farmers need to keep growing. So we're taking a moment to say thank you for planning our future. Trust in farming. Trust in Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Trust in tomorrow. Contact your Patrons Buckeye agent today at 638-3604. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
Welcome back to the power plant, Philo, Ohio. The MVL game of the week. John Glenn Little Muskies, Philo Electrics. As you can hear from the public address announcer, starting lineups are getting ready to be introduced here. We have those hot off the presses. First, for visiting John Glenn, we have number 1, junior Nathan Walker. Number 2, senior 5'9", Avery Palmer. We also have number 3, 5'10", junior Caden Walls. Number 15, senior 5'9", Stephon Israel. And senior number 33, 6' Colin Campbell. That's your John Glenn Little Muskie starting lineup tonight. And for Philo, also starting junior number 1, 5'10", Cade Searles, I'm sorry. Number 2, 6'1", junior Demetrius Strickland. Number 3 will be 6'1", senior Jackson Radcliffe. Number 5, 5'11", senior Owen Smith. And number 20 is Carter McCutcheon, a 6' senior as well. So three seniors in the starting lineup for Philo. If most guys can remember, we don't get a lot of D1 basketball players in Southeast Ohio, but every once in a while it does happen. Obviously, A.J. Clayton is playing down in Athens for the OU Bobcats, and actually A.J. would have been a senior this year in high school for Philo, so he is no longer here for the Electrics. So I think from a scheme standpoint, you're going to see more maybe of a cohesive unit for the Electrics because they don't have the 6'8" guy to be able to throw it into.
And I had a chance to see them play a couple times last year, and they had a tendency to look to him maybe a little bit too much. And I think it took away a little bit from the other guys involved in a lineup. So I agree with you. I look for a much more cohesive unit. And he's got, talking to Coach Haverfield a little bit before the game, he's excited. 4 of his starters were also on the football team this year. So they're a team that will probably get better as the year goes on. You know, early on, they still have a little football left in them. Usually things don't really start to gel till right after Christmas. So looking for good things out of the Electrics here before the year's over.
Yeah, we mentioned in broadcast the other day for another game, BK and I were talking a little bit about that. And you see the most improvement basically during that Christmas break from the football players because they don't get a chance to get shots up really from the time, enough shots, right? Because once basketball starts, you're scheming and you're learning plays and all that kind of stuff, conditioning, and they don't get a chance to really put up a lot of shots.
They really don't. Now with the expansion of the playoffs on top of that, almost everybody gets to play that 11th week, which cuts down one more week of you getting a chance, to prepare for basketball season. So I'm totally in agreement. Most teams, you're going to see their best basketball after the first of the year.
Right. So we're about set for the MVL Game of the Week, brought to you tonight, National Icon 107.9, 98.5 FM, live stream, YRP TV on YouTube, and on Facebook as well. So the opening tip will be controlled by the Muskies. With the ball is Palmer, covered by Owen Smith, trying to feel things out. A man-to-man defense to start here by Philo. Palmer gets the ball over to Nathan Walker. Looks to shoot, forces a shot up, but he does get hit on the arm. First foul of the game. That's going to be called on Jackson Radcliffe. Obviously his first foul and team's first. So just like that, we got a free throw already by Nathan Walker. He'll be at the line shooting 2.
Maybe forced that shot just a little bit, but he kind of got bailed out with the foul from Radcliffe.
First one's up and good.
Walker comes in as the leading scorer for the Muskies, averaging 18 points a game. As we said, he did not get a chance to play in that opening loss to New Philly.
Second one up and good. Walker is a 6'2 junior. Looks like a basketball player, looks like an athlete, starting running back, right, on the football team too, and missed a lot of games, unfortunately, due to injury. So Philo ball, looks inside, quick.
And they're going to call the foul, I believe, on Walker on the hack.
Yeah, looks like Carter McCutcheon found a crease, cut to the hole, and nice pump fake, got a couple guys off their feet. And you're right, foul already picked up by Walker. McCutcheon will be at the line shooting 2. First one's up, no good.
Walker seemed to think he got all ball, but anytime you take a swat at it like that, that's an automatic call for an official, as you well know.
Absolutely. Second one by McCutcheon's up and good. 2-1 in favor of the Muskies, nothing but free throws so far. So with the ball is Caden Walls, which you said had a real good game the other day. First time I've seen him play, so interested to see how he plays on the floor tonight. He has the ball again over the top of the key to Palmer, and he is not shy. He will shoot. Bang. Avery Palmer with the nice, you can't let Avery Palmer set his feet. He will knock him down all day long.
He hit a couple last Friday in that Crooksville game that were NBA range.
Shot up by Owen Smith off the mark, rebounded by the Muskies. Walker with the ball, top of the key. He's defended there nicely by Strickland. Gets to Campbell, tries to make the shot inside. It's blocked, and down with the ball is Strickland. Pushes it up the floor. Little runner by Searles, no good. Kicks it back out to Searles. Takes it in for another runner. This time he gets the roll. Knocks it in for 2. 5-3. Early John Glenn leads. 6:15 left here in the first. Palmer takes his time, bringing the ball up the floor. Looks at the defense, still man-to-man is Philo. Walker with the ball, back to Palmer, sets his feet again, launches it long range, no good. Rebound by Searles. Out to Strickland for a long 3 off the front of the rim. Big rebound by Owen Smith. Sees Muskies surrounding him, so he decides against trying to put that ball up. Kicks it back out to Strickland. Tries to get the ball to Owen Smith. Nice defensive play there by Walker. But Philo will keep possession.
Smith, a good overall athlete. He was the quarterback on the football team. I think he did a nice job running the offense for the Electrics this fall.
Looks like a pretty good athletic kid, so good for Coach Haberfield to have some of those football players also participating in basketball. Strickland with the ball, little weave action here. McCutcheon over to Smith. Nice look inside to Searles. Off his fingertips, but he does save it. Back to Radcliffe.
Going to pull it back and reset the offense. Coach Haberfield calling a play from the bench.
McCutcheon one-on-one move with Palmer. Looked like he got hacked, but
Palmer might have got away with a foul there. Boy, he hammered him pretty good from behind.
He did. No call.
No blood, no foul.
That's right. No blood, no foul. Philo will retain possession under their own basket. Owen Smith. Ball into Radcliffe. Over to Searles. Tries to get it back to Smith in the corner, but it's defended well there by Campbell. Smith comes around top of the key. Looks to start the offense again. John Glenn in the man-to-man as well, as Philo did. Searles with the cut to the hole, as McCutcheon did earlier in the game. Shots off the mark, rebounded by Walls. Palmer finds Campbell in the corner, shot fake, nice move to get to the hole instead. Colin Campbell, you and I talked pregame. He's a player. He can do just about anything on the floor. Quickly up the floor is Philo. McCutcheon has his shot blocked.
Good hustle behind. I believe that was Stephon Israel with the hustle play to prevent a breakaway basket that time.
7-3. John Glenn lead, 4:30 left here in the first. Philo ball under their own basket. Inbounds to Searles, nice three. But off the front of the rim, rebounded by Campbell. Nice look there by Searles, wide open for the three, just off the mark though. Walls with the
nice pass.
Great cut, great pass. Colin Campbell on the recipient of that. Pinpoint accuracy by Caden Walls.
He hit him in stride, no hesitation.
That was nice. McCutcheon with the ball in the corner. Dribbles over to newly entered Aiden Bankus for the Electrics. He has the ball now at the elbow. Nice cut to the hole by McCutcheon, but it's deflected. He saves it, gets it to Cade Searles. Looks to take Walls to the bucket, and he does, and picks up the foul. Nice move by Cade Searles to get to the hole and pick up the foul on Caden Walls.
Just a good, strong move to the basket that time by Searles.
And I would guess that Searles is one of those football players because he looks like he's a pretty thick guy, too.
If I remember, he was one of the wideouts and had a really nice year also this fall.
So Searles with 4 shots already, and he's at the line now shooting 2 as well. So just in the early going here, I would guess that the offense must run through him because he's putting up 4 shots already. First one is off the mark. Entering the game for John Glenn is Noah Larrick, 6'5", Noah Larrick, senior. Second free throw off the front of the rim, rebounded by Campbell. Still man-to-man defense by the Electrics. Palmer calling out the plays. He's defended there by newly entered Cooper Radcliffe for the Electrics. Ball is stolen, but Caden Walls is there to pick it up for John Glenn, and smartly, Coach Eric Scheck, instead of letting Caden Walls roll around on the floor to pick up a moving violation, he quickly calls timeout.
Probably just a 30-second timeout. Good hustle that time by Walls, preventing a turnover there by the Little Muskies.
So first timeout called of the game. That'll be for John Glenn. It will be Philo ball at midcourt, about midcourt. Good crowd on hand tonight for the MVL Game of the Week, brought to you on Nash Icon 107.9, 98.5 FM.
It's good to see the student sections back this year.
Sure
John.
is. We got a little, John Glenn has their own student section
They
tonight.
do. They got a nice turnout.
Little construction theme. And I don't
Coming
know.
through Zanesville, maybe that's anybody had to drive through Zanesville.
Yes.
Maybe that's what that's all about. Who knows?
That's why we were on the back roads tonight.
Exactly.
So Palmer with the ball, brings it up the court. He's defended again by Cooper Radcliffe. Walker with the ball. Switch on the defense. He's picked up by Radcliffe. Nice cut to the hole is Walker. He keeps his feet. Smartly keeps his feet. He was trying to lift that pivot foot up to get called for a violation. Instead, Philo commits the foul, and that'll be Cooper Radcliffe's first foul. Team's second. Not a shooting foul. Colin Campbell will take the ball out of bounds under his own basket. Looks for Walker. He can't get open. Palmer tries, but Walker doesn't give up. He cuts to the hole, but he misses the bunny. I think he was just surprised he was that wide open.
He worked very hard to get open. I'm like you. I think he was surprised that nobody would end up being on top of him.
Radcliffe with the ball. He's defended by Palmer. That matchup is the same as on the other side of the floor. Nice pick there by McCutcheon, and the roll, he was open. It looks like we got a foul called on the floor. And
I think they're going to call that against number 11.
Yeah.
That's
Aiden Bankus.
Aiden Bankus.
Yeah, it looks like
illegal screen must have been
that's
down
exactly
inside.
what it was. Yeah, it's a legal screen. It picked up nicely there.
Johnny, that's actually our first turnover of the game, and it comes with 2:35 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing, right? I mean, good ball handling, but of course the action has been kind of slowed down.
I tell you what, both teams very patient offensively, running good offensive sets.
Yep.
Not rushing their shots. Oh, nice pass down inside to Larrick, and he misses the bunny.
He misses a bunny, and ball is controlled by Philo. Owen Smith brings the ball up the floor over to McCutcheon. He finds Radcliffe in the corner, passes it back to the top of the key to Jackson Radcliffe, and the bank is open. Knocks down the triple. 9-6 lead now by John Glenn. Walker brings the ball up the floor. Newly entered Stephen Israel back in the game. And also Tyler Steinhoff for the Muskies. Walker rushes a shot from three-point land. He's way off the mark. Rebounded by Philo, pushed up the floor by Radcliffe. Kicks it back out top of the key to McCutcheon. Three ball, no good. Radcliffe there to save it, but he throws it to the Muskies. Controlled by Palmer, brings it up the sideline. Israel in the corner, decides against it, kicks it out over to Larrick, back over to Steinhoff, back over to Palmer at the top of the key. He's defended there by Radcliffe. Nice cut
nice
to the
back
hole.
cut, good pass. Good offense that time by the Little Muskies.
Israel with a nice cut to the hole, and credit Palmer with the nice dish there as well. So McCutcheon with the ball, top of the key. He finds Radcliffe in the corner. Underneath back screens, defended well there by the Muskies. McCutcheon finds an opening
Tough
at the
shot.
elbow. Sure was, but he knocks it down. McCutcheon's first basket of the game. 3 points total. He did make a free throw earlier. 39 seconds here left in the first. Defense steals the ball, and Avery Palmer picks up a cheap foul there. Trying to, a little frustration foul, I think. Had the ball stolen. And,
good pressure, I tell you what, on the out-of-bounds pass that time by Philo. The Little Muskies unable to get it in cleanly, and that's the first turnover of the quarter against the Little Muskies.
Into the game for Philo is Wesley Wilson and Nick Morgan. Jackson Radcliffe with the ball, defended by Walls. 30 seconds to go here left in the first. Owen Smith in the corner. Three ball off the mark. Fight for the ball inside. Controlled by the Muskies. Pushed up to the corner to Campbell. Decides against the shot. Moves the ball around. Looks for the last shot of the quarter. 10 seconds here in the first. Gets it to Palmer so they can set up that last second shot. Defended by Nick Morgan. Palmer takes the ball to the hole. Nice move and finishes to knock down the shot and take a 13-8 lead after one. Coach, we're going to stay here, try to play a little bit of catch up here. Pretty even matchup here in the first quarter. Again, clean game. Only, I've got 3 turnovers. Is that what you got? 2 for Philo and 1 for John Glenn.
Yes.
It's pretty clean game so far, but again, exactly the opposite of the game we had the other day down at Caldwell.
I think we had 40-some in that game total.
But
was over, yeah.
this game, ball's pushed up the floor a little bit slower than it was the other day down at Caldwell. So we've got a 13-8 lead here by the visiting team after one. Cade Searles with a bucket for Philo, and Carter McCutcheon with a bucket and a free throw, and Jackson Radcliffe knocked down the 3 ball to have 8 for the home team. Nathan Walker knocked down 2 free throws. Avery Palmer, the nice 3, and a deuce right there at the end for 5. Stephon Israel with that nice back cut to the hole for an easy deuce, and Colin Campbell with 4. That's your scoring so far after one. Possession will be in favor of the Electrics.
John Glenn's hurt Philo low times. They run that little weave out on top, and just when you think that they're going to come back for another pass out on top, they make that back cut, and they've got probably 3 buckets off of that there in the first quarter.
Yeah, overplaying defense. If you're gonna overplay and try to deny that entry pass, you got to make sure you get back. Philo sets up a shot for Seals from 3. Shots off the mark, controlled though. Bounced around a little bit, back out to Searles at the top. trying to space some things out and maybe open it up, a little lane here and there. I think the defense was a little tight for Coach Haberfield inside, so he's trying to space them out a little bit. Nice defensive play there by Walker to be able to start the fast break. Israel takes the ball to the hole. Looks like he took a few extra steps there, but he's fouled instead. He'll be going to the line to shoot 2.
As we found out the other night, it's only a travel if they call it.
Right. So first one for Israel is up and good. So 15 was called for the foul. That doesn't make sense. No, 15 was the shooter. 2 was called for the foul. That was Demetrius Strickland. And the second one by Israel is good. Muskies 15, Electrics 8. Strickland with the ball. He's guarded by Palmer. Nice back cut by Searles. Takes it to the hole.
Nice strong move inside by Searles.
Very strong. Good defense there too by the Muskies, but he was strong enough to be able to get up above the defender and knock that home.
Could have almost called an and one on that one because he was bang going to the hole.
Yep. Looks like we've got an illegal. I thought it was an illegal screen, but it doesn't look like the official's going to call an illegal screen. He's going to call
on Carter McCutcheon, with a hold out there on Palmer.
Yep. So Colin Campbell will take the ball out of bounds under their own basket for the Muskies. He looks for Palmer. He's not open, but Israel is. Israel kicks it over to Walls. He's defended by Strickland. Nice matchup there. 2 quick guys. Palmer with the ball. Finds Campbell at the elbow. Again, more of a motion offense here by the Muskies. Walker with the ball. I know Coach Schreck wants to get him moving, but instead, Stephon Israel knocks down the triple. Nice shot. Nice ball movement by the Muskies. Israel a little bit excited, though, picks up his first foul.
He comes in this game only averaging 4.3 points a game, but I'll tell you what, he took that shot deep out on the left wing, and with no hesitation, got nothing but net.
Well, he's already doubled his season average. He's the leading scorer so far for the Muskies with 7. Ball in control of the Electrics. Quarterback Owen Smith with the ball. He makes a nice move past Israel to get to the hole, but decides against the shot, kicks it out to Searles, who's double teamed in the corner.
Nice pass inside.
Gets it to Smith, and Smith quickly, just like that, the quarterback finds Carter McCutcheon inside for an easy deuce. Nice ball
pass
movement.
Inside by Smith.
Colin Campbell sets up for 3, decides against it, takes it to the hole instead, and that ball is blocked out of bounds. The Philo Electric student section, like that one, boy, they're having a good time over there. Looks like they all have their pajamas on. So we've got a construction crew, and we've got, it looks like everybody ready for bed over there. Or is that flannel? I don't know.
That might be a little flannel action.
It looks a little bit both. So into the game for Philo is Wesley Wilson. He takes a long-range 3, no good. Rebounded by Nick Morgan for Philo. Gets it over to Searles, who takes Campbell to the hole. Nice strong move. Good shot off the mark, though. Great defense by Campbell. He gets the rebound. Palmer with the ball, controls it. Coach Scheck wants to get leading scorer Nathan Walker involved in the game, and he does. Takes it to the hole, easy bucket. You can see that coming a mile away.
Boy, that's a good, strong move to the hole there by the 6'2 junior.
Ball's pushed up the floor nicely.
Beat him down the court.
McCutcheon, a bigger guy, it seems, at least from here, probably the biggest guy on the floor for Philo, but he ran the floor really, really well. He's defending Walker. Walker tries to take the ball to the hole, kicks it out to Israel for 3, no good. Rebounded, controlled by the Electrics. But ball, yes, I was going to say the official signaled the wrong direction. The officials make mistakes too, Coach.
Official Bruce Walker kind of calmed Coach Haberfield down.
He corrected
We'll
himself.
get this right. We'll get it right.
We got you, brother. We're good. Nick Morgan controls the ball for the Electric. Top of the key, guarded by Palmer. Palmer stops him. He kicks it over to Searles, who's looking for a one-on-one opportunity to the hole. And he's bumped
pretty good there by Walls, and no call.
No call.
They're letting him play tonight.
They are. Morgan with the ball, top. Again, same play over to Searles, who wants to take Walls to the hole, and he does again, but he misses, loses control, fight for the ball out of bounds. The official's going to say it was off of Searles. It looked like Walker was out of bounds and tipped it while he was out of bounds after Searles did, but we're a long way away.
Official Lucas Hutchinson all over that one down there on the baseline.
I told Luke I was going to get on him all night on the radio. I wasn't going to call him out, though, so.
We're going to let that one go and see how he does with the next one.
That's right. Walker with control of the ball at the top of the key. He's defended by Radcliffe, trying to take him one-on-one to the hole, and he does,
nice.
But he stops at the elbow to take a little jumper. Shot no good, but he gets his own rebound and picks up the foul. Nice, strong move. Trying to rush the first shot from the elbow. I don't think he was in position.
But he did what your coach to do. He took the shot and he followed his shot to the basket. And I tell you, he just jumped over top everybody to come out that rebound. And little pump fake to get people up in the air, and he was able to draw the foul on the second shot.
Yep, that was Jackson Radcliffe, I'm sorry, with the foul. That's his second foul. First shot by Walker off the mark.
First missed free throw on Eating for Little Muskies. They're now 4 out of 5 here in the first half.
The good news is for Walker, he gets another opportunity to redeem himself. Lines it up. Nice friendly roll off the front of the rim and knocks that one in. 21-14, Little Muskies up. 4 minutes here left in the first half. Nick Morgan over to Owen Smith. Tries to get it to Strickland, who cuts to the hole. Deflected and picked up by Morgan. Sears tries to take the ball to the hole. This time, though, Caden Walls is going to get called
with the block.
For the block. And I think that was a good call. Sears was, he's aggressive taking the ball to the hole.
Yes,
he wants to get to the hole a lot.
You pointed that out earlier. I think he's the one that they kind of try to key the offensive round. He seems to be the main cog, the main shooter.
Yep. Entering the game is Cooper Radcliffe. He gives Nick Morgan a break. Smith with the long entry
pass there.
Sure was. Stolen by Nathan Walker, and Nathan Walker calmly nails down a long-range three on the fast break. Great shot by Walker to push the lead to 10. Just like that, it's a 10-point lead. Nice move by Demetrius Strickland.
Boy,
takes the ball to the hole.
Much needed basket that time by the Electrics.
Huge basket to knock that lead back under double digits. 3:15 and counting in the second quarter. Palmer is guarded by Radcliffe at the top. He looks to Campbell in the corner. Finds him, entering the game is Noah Larrick. He's in the corner. Campbell, a lot of spacing on the floor now. Tries to get some nice one-on-one coverage, and they do, and they find Larrick inside. Boy, he had a wide open shot. Passes it up for good reason, because Nathan Walker had a wide open three, and he knocks it home.
Well, that's the advantage of being 6'5" down inside. He was able to see over the defender, spotted Walker wide open out on the left wing.
Ball stolen at the top by Tyler Steinhoff, but Owen Smith picks it right back up. He's got Larrick on him, but he still finds a nice cutting Cooper Radcliffe to the hole, but the shot's off the mark by Radcliffe. Good defense there, really, to adjust the shot. Walker with the ball. He's got Strickland on him. Larrick from the corner, nice pick and pop. Colin Campbell knocks down the triple. Yes, good timeout.
Good timeout, yeah, by Coach Aberfield.
Coach Aberfield, because the lead has been stretched. 30-16, 1:59 left in the second. That's a full timeout. Folks, we're going to take it with them, catch our breath. Back in 30 seconds.
I'm not buying till I checked on Ford. Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
Welcome back to the Power Plant. Philo hosting John Glenn tonight. High school boys basketball brought to you by Nash Icon 107.9, 98.5. We are live on YRP TV on YouTube and on Facebook. Coach Mike Plasiak, John Valentine from the Power Plant.
Well, John, I tell you what, the Little Muskies, their last three-pointers, nothing but net to extend that lead to 14, boy, just like that.
5 threes in the game for John Glenn in the first 2 quarters. Cooper Radcliffe, a nice strong move to the hole. He is fouled.
A little too much body that time by Larrick.
Noah Larrick. I think Radcliffe had a little bit quicker feet, and Larrick was trying to catch up to him. Got a little bit too much of the body, so it'll be Philo ball. Back in the game for Philo is Aiden Bankus. He has the ball. He's guarded by Campbell. Ball is put in play to Strickland. He takes the ball to the right, quickly pushes it back to McCutcheon to the left. Nice drive to the hole, and the finish with the left hand by McCutcheon. Nice strong move.
Much needed basket there by the Electrics.
McCutcheon's 4th basket of the game. He's got 9 points so far on the night. Again, man-to-man defense has been all night for Philo. Palmer with the ball. He's guarded by Strickland. Strickland tries to steal the ball. Quickly moved around Strickland is Avery Palmer, who knocks down a long-range 3.
It's a little step-back 3. That was a big-time move there by Palmer.
We mentioned it in the pregame. You cannot let Palmer get free. He will knock him down. Philo ball in the half court. Owen Smith sees a 3 that he likes, and he knocks it down as well. So trading threes here. That's Smith's first bucket of the game. Makes it 33-21 in favor of John Glenn. 40 ticks left here in the second quarter. Nathan Walker, nice pretty 3, but off the mark. Rebounded by the Electrics, pushed up. Contact on the floor. Shot was no good by Strickland. No foul called, but Strickland was out of bounds when the ball found him again. So that'll be a shot, or the ball controlled, by the Little Muskies. 28.5 left. Back in the game for John Glenn is Caden Walls. He gives Tyler Steinhoff a break. Full court pressure here now applied by the Electrics. Try to get a steal here before the half and knock this lead back down. And almost did happen. McCutcheon did get a hand on the ball.
Just got a piece of it, yeah.
But knocks it out of bounds. It'll still be in control of the Little Muskies. Colin Campbell on the inbound. He's guarded there by Bankus. To Palmer. Full court pressure. Now
Little
comes
Muskies
off.
probably will try to run this down and get the last shot here of the second quarter would be my guess. Try to run that backdoor play again. That time is kicked away by McCutcheon.
Yep. Campbell tried to make that cut to the hole. Nice defensive play. 17.5 left, 12-point lead, 33-21. Again, Campbell will take the ball out of bounds under their own basket, are the Muskies. He looks to Walker. He finds him in the corner, around to Palmer from the top of the key.
That hit the wire.
Yes,
That's got to be a
did.
dead ball.
And the official did see that, just like we did. Palmer off the mark. That's kind of surprising. There wasn't a defender within 5 feet of him for that.
He doesn't miss very many like that.
No, he is 2 for 4 on the night from beyond the arc. 11.6 left here in the second. Electrics with the ball. Ball is brought up the court by Cooper Radcliffe. He's defended by Israel, and the ball's off of Radcliffe's hands. Great defensive pressure. John Glenn going to get another crack at this. 5.7 left. And Back entering for a little bit more offense is Caden Walls, who has 2 fouls, so that's been the offensive-defensive substitution.
Philo's going to put a man on the ball, which leaves you wide open maybe for somebody trying to go deep, but they get it to Palmer on the inbounds.
Palmer brings the ball up the floor. 1 second. He doesn't know the time's running down. He gets a shot off, and they were going to count it, but he was off the mark. That was a 3 ball, so that makes him 2 for 5 from beyond the arc to finish the first half. So first half in the books, 33-21 in favor of the visiting Little Muskies. We'll take a break, give us a chance to add up some stats for you, and get back to you here in just a few minutes. We appreciate you joining us tonight on Nash Icon 107.9, 98.5 FM, and on YouTube and Facebook on YRP TV. We'll step aside for a few minutes, be back with you in a moment.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Hoops. Now here's your host, Eric Reeser.
House Bill 492 was introduced onto the floor of the Ohio House of Representatives on Wednesday, November 17th. The bill would require school coaches to complete mental health training as part of their normal certifications. Matt Triplett, the head boys lacrosse coach at St. Francis de Sales in Columbus, was the man behind the bill, and I'll speak with him next. This is the Ohio News Network.
I'm Scott Tomorrow, president of the Ohio Education Association. On behalf of our 120,000 members, OEA is proud to sponsor tonight's game. We believe in the power of high school sports in shaping young athletes' lives, and we have seen firsthand the power of Ohio's educators to reach and teach their students through countless pandemic-related challenges. The best way to keep our schools open is to prevent the spread of COVID-19. If you can get vaccinated, we encourage you to get vaccinated now.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV in Columbus has more.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton.
ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland has the details.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. This is ONN.
According to the Centers for Disease Control, high school students experiencing persistent sadness or hopelessness has increased by 40% in the last decade. That same CDC study found almost 19% of high school students have contemplated suicide. It was one such incident of a student taking their own life that prompted Matt Triplett, boys head lacrosse coach at St. Francis de Sales in Columbus, to do something about it.
I'm a really big proponent of mental health training, and have been for years. And so finally, I just got fed up one night, and I just kind of said, hey, you know what? Why, if someone in a program is taking their own life, why aren't coaches trained? Why isn't there some sort of stopgap? Why isn't there some sort of mandating for this? You know, started kind of poking around and thought about, you know what, this needs to be made as part of a legislation, as part of required teaching, because there's plenty of people out there in courses and whatnot that offer it as a voluntary course, but the average coach who doesn't encounter a mental health crisis or a situation, typically they always get training afterwards or after it becomes personal to them versus, you know, taking the proactive approach. So really that's kind of where the whole thing started, was just me personally just getting fed up with something not being done. Everyone's saying, you know what, not one more. They're saying never again, you know, someone should do something. So finally I was just like, you know what, let's see what we can do. So that's really how everything started. And then as I kind of started putting out there more and more on social media as to what I wanted to do, how I wanted to accomplish it, the amount of people that reached out to me and said, hey, I think I can help, had just been absolutely amazing. So there was the former OHSAA commissioner, Jerry Snodgrass. He had reached out and he said, hey, if you're willing to pursue this thing, I want to help you do it. So he's been the one who's been kind of helping me navigate some of the things in the background as to what I should avoid, what should I do, things like that, where some of the pitfalls are. And then really from the political side, there was a former coach, Pat Donlin, from the Worthington area, used to be the former coach over at Wellington. He reached out to me and said, hey, you know what, my wife saw this. She works works for the state, and specifically in the communications area for her division. And both of us, we have a background in politics. We think we can help. And so it was kind of linking up myself with Pat, his wife, and the friend Eric, that's kind of when everything started to really take off.
Out of those conversations, House Bill 492 was born. That bill would require coaches to complete mental health training and be better equipped to deal with issues like depression. Matt says many don't realize a problem exists, and having proper education could save a life.
There's going to be crisis situations that happen, and they don't know how to handle that conversation, or they might think that the kid, he could be just sad versus depressed, where there is an issue. And I felt it was important enough where it's, coaches need to be trained in this, because it's something that is 100% avoidable, and something that coaches need to learn how to deal with.
Representatives Gail Pavliga and Mike Loychik are the sponsors behind House Bill 492 and its introduction onto the Ohio House floor. Matt encourages everyone to reach out to their individual state representative and encourage the passing of HB 492. You can also visit thecompleteathletefoundation.com to learn more about mental health training for coaches and athletic staff. With the Ohio News Network, I'm Eric Reeser.
Custom Vehicles of Zanesville is the local spot for all car, truck, marine, and RV accessories. From remote starts, heated seats, stereo equipment, lift kits, WeatherTech products, tonneau covers, toolboxes, strobe lights, rhino linings, Z-Bart rust proofing, and undercoating. If it can be found online, they can get it. Stop by their showroom today and see how they can use their expertise to enhance your vehicle. Visit Custom Vehicles of Zanesville today, located at 3619 Old Falls Road, or visit them on Facebook at Custom Vehicles of Zanesville. Fall means cooler temperatures and the changing of the seasons. The Rogers Company is ready with all heating services. They install furnaces, geothermal, ductless systems for both residential and commercial. They provide repairs and maintenance to all makes and models. On the commercial side, they're the area's refrigeration company. Put the Rogers Company team to work for you. Call 740-685-8677.
Welcome back to the Power Plant. Tonight's live high school boys basketball action between the visiting John Glenn Little Muskies and the host Philo Electrics, John Valentine. Coach Mike Plaziak bringing you the action tonight on 107.9, 98.5 FM, Nash Icon, and live stream on YRP TV, YouTube, and on Facebook. Coach, pretty calm, pretty slow. I guess just because of what we've been used to the last couple of weeks.
Exactly.
And some other games we've covered. This has been pretty relaxed atmosphere so far tonight.
John, getting right to that, I only had John Glenn charted with one turnover the whole first half.
Yeah.
I might have missed one or two in there.
Sure.
Not very many. And Philo only turned it over 6 times. The difference in that first half was the outstanding perimeter shooting by the Little Muskies. I had them in the first half, 6 out of 11 from behind the three-point arc, 55%. Any coach on any night will take that kind of effort.
Definitely, and they've moved it around a little bit. Nathan Walker's knocked down a couple. Avery Palmer's knocked down a couple. Stephon Israel and Colin Campbell have each knocked down one as well. So 33-21 lead here by the guest, Little Muskies. And as you said, the ball has been controlled, and I think a lot of that, not a lot of turnovers, because it's been a little bit slower pace. They've been taking their time, taking the ball up the floor, and it makes sense for John Glenn to be able to get in that half-court set. Philo's been a little bit more erratic in the half-court set, but they've been trying to push the ball and take it to the hole a lot.
Both teams have been patient offensively, try to run a little bit of offense, and have gotten quality shots. Just right now, the Little Muskies are shooting much better than what the Electrics are.
Yeah, Jason Radcliffe has knocked down a 3 for the Electrics, but that's the only 3 that they've had. I've got them attempting, there's 2. Owen Smith knocked down 1 too, so I've got them attempting 3 others. So they're still hitting a decent percentage of threes, but they haven't taken as many.
But the other thing is, I tell you, John Glenn has shown very good balance. The leading scorer from Tuesday night, Caden Walls, who had 19, has yet to find the mark yet. He was held scoreless, but you've got 4 other guys, 2 of them with 7. You've got Campbell and Israel with 7, Palmer with 8, and the leading scorer, Nathan Walker, with 11. So good balance shown here by the Little Muskies in the first half.
Right, and I think a lot of that had to do with Walls picking up that second foul. So he had to sit a lot. There was a lot of offensive, defensive substitution with Walls there, mostly in that second quarter. So speaking of that, really Walls is the only one with 2 fouls for the Muskies, and Jackson Radcliffe, the only one, I believe, with 2 fouls for Philo. So really nobody in foul trouble. So should be a nice, clean second half. Getting ready to get underway here. Some sponsors, I want to make sure that we mention our sponsors tonight too. Valentine Insurance in Cambridge, bringing you some action tonight. West 40 Auto Sales, Southeastern Med, to name a few. We appreciate their sponsorship and their help bringing you live action of high school boys basketball. So, again, we had mentioned in the pregame, John Glenn 2-1 on the season, 2-0 in the MVL. Philo 1-1 on the season, also 1-1 in the MVL. Matchup has been pretty even tonight. A couple of those turnovers were a difference, but that's a little bit to do with it. But I think the only real difference has been that three-point shooting we mentioned. And that's given John Glenn really that 12-point lead.
There was one stretch there in the second quarter where they made 4 straight three-pointers. And you're talking about 12 points right here. We got a 12-point difference. That's kind of the stretch that's made the difference in this basketball game to this point.
And it hasn't been because Philo's played poor defense.
No.
They played pretty well on the defensive end as well. So they just got Palmer got loose with a couple wide open threes. Walker hit one on the fast break, for goodness sake. So they've shot the ball really well. So possession will be controlled here to start the second half by the Little Muskies. Palmer looks inside to Walker, can't find him. Walls cuts to the hole.
And as we said, the young man hadn't been on the scoreboard yet, just got there.
He heard you, Coach. He said, no more. I want Coach talking about me again. I'm going to go ahead and take this to the hole. So he knocks down the deuce and gets a foul. So he'll have an opportunity for a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
That play was set up by Campbell, though, really taking the ball to the left side with his left hand, drew the defense that way and threw a nice bounce pass to Walls, who finished.
Shot is up and good for Walls. Does convert on the three-point play. That foul was on Jackson Radcliffe. That's his third. McCutcheon cuts to the hole. Errant pass by Bankus is stolen by the Muskies. Pushed up the floor by Walls. Given back to Walker, who's trying to get loose. Taking it to the hole. Oh, he had Walls set up for a three. Didn't seem. Instead, he gets it over to Campbell, back to Palmer from the top.
He had his back to him and didn't catch him in the corner. He
Nice
was, but oh, nice
cut.
back cut.
Oh, and he
Missed
can't
the bunny.
finish. Walls with a nice cut, as you mentioned, but can't finish at the hole. Cade Searles with the ball. He gets it over to Smith. Smith takes it to the hole. He's stopped nicely, kicks it out to McCutcheon for three. No good. Rebound Walls. Again, slowly brought up the floor by Palmer. They're fine getting in that half-court set. He hands the ball off to Walker, who misses on the three mark. Walls gets the rebound. He misses. Controlled by Philo. Ball to the corner for Searles. He's looking to take Walker to the hole, and he does, and he gets loose. Nice move by Cade Searles to be able to finish that. Really a great way to be able to control his body.
And there's the answer by John Glenn. I tell you what, Walls just beat him down the court, got the layup at the other end.
Yeah, big offensive spurt, and now you see what could have been in the second quarter if he had not been in foul trouble. McCutcheon, ball's deflected 3 times underneath the basket, and McCutcheon is the beneficiary of those 3 tips, and he puts the bucket in.
Nice little left-handed scoop shot there by McCutcheon.
It was. He's used his left hand a couple times tonight. 38-25 lead. Not for long. As guess who had his feet set from the top of the key? Avery Palmer knocks down his 3rd triple of the night.
And that's 2 or 3 feet behind the arc. It's not right at it.
And it's smooth.
It is.
It's nice and smooth.
Right in
that
rhythm,
ball.
I tell you
Absolutely.
what. And earlier in the game, he hit a step back. Looked like James Harden out there.
His beard's not quite as long as Harden.
No,
but
but
he does
he's
have
getting there. Yeah, that's right.
He's working on it. 41-25 lead now by the Muskies. Coach Sheck's got to be happy the way that the Muskies came out here in the start of the 3rd quarter, because they have certainly converted on several attempts. Coach Haberfield with the timeout there.
We've got Noah Larrick, the 6'5 senior, back in the lineup for the Little Muskies, replacing Walls.
5:43 left here in the third.
Along with Tyler Steinhoff, who comes in for Israel.
Strickland with the ball. He's got Palmer on him. Foul line extended, picks up his dribble. Cross-court pass, dangerous cross-court pass to Searles. He gets it back to Strickland, top of the key. He's defended well by Campbell. Noah Larrick.
Just too much body.
Yeah, way too much. He defends Bankus out on the perimeter, and that's probably not a spot that Coach Sheck wants Noah Larrick to be in.
He's more of a post player. I tell you, he's not as
Right.
confident guarding the ball out on the perimeter.
Still very athletic
He is.
and quick for a big guy, but that's a huge mismatch when you can get him outside the three-point line. Bankus with the ball, out top to Strickland. Strickland looks to take Palmer to the hole, crosses him up, but good defense by Strickland to hold him up. Strickland, however, on a defensive shift, gets Larrick on him, and he takes it to the hole. No good, rebounded by Palmer. He's defended well, trapped in the corner, but the Electrics are a little too handsy and pick up the foul.
That's going to go against Owen Smith.
That's his first, team second of the second half. And the worst part about that, Coach, it gets John Glenn the ball right back after knocking down a couple threes already to start this second half. Campbell, pressure, full court by Searles, brings the ball all the way up. Great hands by Demetrius Strickland to knock that ball away. He gets a little help from one of the fans to pick the ball up. Little guy.
Just made his night.
Sure did. Colin Campbell, foul line extended, will bring the ball in for the Muskies. Nice pick on Palmer to get him loose. Defended there by newly entered Nick Morgan by the Electrics. Coach Nick Morgan years ago when he was at Cambridge before moving over to Zanesville. Nice move by Nathan Walker. Had a one-on-one. Nice cut to the hole. He's fouled by Demetrius Strickland. That'll be Strickland's second, team third.
I'm impressed with the way John Glenn passes the ball to each other offensively. They share the ball extremely well. Boy, good strong move there to the hole by Walker.
Yeah, I'm more impressed with Walker. He is big, and he has great body control around the rim. So Cooper Radcliffe with the ball at the top of the key. He's defended by newly entered Steinhoff for the Muskies. Back to Searles. He's guarded by Colin Campbell. And Searles, he just wants to take the ball to the hole every time. That's the part of the game that I love. And great defense by Colin Campbell to deflect that shot. Though Searles had an opening, Colin Campbell's got a little height advantage
pass
on him.
inside.
Larrick. Nice pass inside to Larrick, but his bunny's off the mark, but he gets his own rebound, pads his own stats.
He just wanted to pad his own rebound
That's right.
stats there.
That's Noah Larrick's first bucket of the game.
Great pass inside there by Nathan Walker.
It's a 20-point lead now, Coach. Nice pass by Nick Morgan back over to Strickland, but his three is off the mark. Loose ball controlled by Walker. He does not have numbers, but he still tries to push it up the floor. Knocked away by an Electric, but saved into the hands of a little Muskie. Steinhoff looks for Walker inside. Not there, but Walker says, give me the ball at the top. I'm taking Strickland to the hole. Pass over to Palmer. He's guarded by Morgan. Walker back with the ball at the top of the key. No reason to rush. 20-point lead here with 3 minutes to go in the third. Great hands by Strickland. Steals the ball from Walker. And ball is knocked out of bounds. Walker and a hustling Colin Campbell come back to defend that easy layup. Strickland will come out of the game.
Wall's back in the lineup for Little Muskies, replacing Campbell, giving him a little bit of a break. He works extremely hard defensively.
Absolutely. And McCutcheon back in the game for the Electrics, and he finds the ball off the inbounds. Move to the basket, fadeaway. Not a real strong move, but rebounded, controlled by the Muskies. Double team under the basket. Nick Morgan's going to be careful, pick up a foul. Avery Palmer, though, breaks it. He kicks it up to Steinhoff. Blocked by Searles. Controlled by Smith, takes it to the hole, but deflected out of bounds. Now we got some fast pace. Now we got something going on.
Noah Larrick asked me taking out a game. He's a little bit winded. Israel back in the lineup for the Little Muskies. Larrick was fighting a little bit of the flu there the other night. May not have all of his strength back yet.
It's been going through the Muskies roster.
Nice pass inside.
Good look there. Finds a cutting Carter McCutcheon. Easy bucket for McCutcheon, his second of the second half. Palmer with the ball. Gets it to Steinhoff, who quickly gets it back over to Walls, who gives up to Palmer. Again, man-to-man coverage here in the half court by the Electrics. Walls with the ball at the three-point line. Thought about it. Still thinking about it. Finds Palmer instead with the great kick over to Steinhoff, who answers. Wide open three for Tyler Steinhoff, and
Is there anybody on the Little Muskies that can't shoot the three?
Not tonight, brother. They're knocking them down. Cooper Radcliffe with the ball. He's got Palmer on him. Tries to get it inside to McCutcheon. Great steal by Walker. Pushes it up to Steinhoff. Can't get the handles, though.
Good decision.
But he does kick it out to Israel. Three off the mark. Walls with the rebound. He's fouled before the shot. Good hustle by the Muskies to continue to get those rebounds. It'll be Muskie ball. We got a couple more subs into the game for the Muskies. We've got Colin Campbell and Brad Morgan seeing his first action of the night for the Muskies.
Morgan, a 5'10 senior.
Quarterback for the Muskies as well. So we got two quarterbacks on the floor. Colin Campbell takes the ball out of bounds for the Muskies. Good defense by the Electrics. And just like that, right on cue, as soon as I say good defense, they pick up a 5-second call.
Just a third turnover on the night for the Little Muskies.
1:25 left here in the third. 48-27 in favor of the Little Muskies. Strickland with the ball. He's guarded by Campbell. He finds a wide open Wesley Wilson. He was wide open, Coach, because he was 5 feet behind the arc.
And he got nothing but net. Shot it with all kind of confidence.
He absolutely was confident. Knocks it down. He's defending Campbell, who brings the ball up the floor. Finds a wide open Israel for three off the front of the mark. Nice rebound by Owen Smith. He pushes, but Coach Haberfield tells him to slow down just a bit. But he takes it in anyway from the elbow. Little rush shot there by Smith. Off the mark, rebounded by Campbell. 35 seconds left in the third. Campbell again pushes the ball up, finds Morgan from the corner, in and out. Rebound by Strickland, pushed up to McCutcheon. Nice move, can't convert. Misses the shot, rebounded by Wilson. He misses the shot. 20 seconds to go. John Glenn will set his play up here for the last shot. 15. Walker controls the ball.
Nice job by him to avoid a turnover right there.
At midcourt. 5. Guarded by Morgan. 3. Walker long 3. Nowhere near the basket. That'll end the third period. 48-30 in favor of the Muskies. Heading into the fourth, we're going to take a break. Be back with you in just a few moments.
I'm not buying till I check on Ford. Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
Welcome back to the Power Plant, John Valentine. Mike Plaziak bringing you tonight's live high school boys basketball action. And Coach, it's great to have a student section back in the building. But you know what's even better? Having these headphones on, because those cats are loud.
They're having fun. I tell you, this is what high school sports is supposed to be about, John. This is awesome.
This is the way it should be. And, you know, it's so loud in here, and we still don't have a full crowd.
they're having fun, not disrespectful in any stretch of the imagination, but having a good time.
That's the way it should be. Philo will control the ball here in the fourth. Again, 48-30, 18-point lead by the Muskies. McCutcheon with the ball at the top. He tries to take Walker to the hole, but he shuffles his feet beforehand. He doesn't like the call. A nice move to the hole. Again, used the left hand to knock it in, but obviously the shot doesn't count. Full court pressure now by the Electrics. Ball is placed inbounds, trapped in the corner, but somehow Walker gets it out ahead to Israel, who quickly gets it to Walls to knock down the shot.
It's going to be a little frustrating for Coach Haberfield. I mean, the only way you can get back in is things create some turnovers with pressure, and the little Muskies beat it and got a layup out of it.
And that was Wall's third bucket of the half. Didn't score in the first half. He's got 7 in the second. Philo ball out of bounds under their own basket. Owen Smith gets it to Strickland, who has a wide open three, decides against it. Instead, he takes Palmer to the hole, and he finishes with the nice roll. Ball again to the corner is trapped. Nice defense somehow.
Little diamond press here.
Israel got that ball out of there, I don't know how, between the legs of Strickland. From the corner, long range three off the mark by Colin Campbell. Rebounded by an Electric, who is quickly fouled by Caden Walls. That's his third.
He played the whole third quarter there without picking up that third foul.
That's the team's second foul of the quarter. This is how you want the high school games to go. 2 fouls called on a team and 3 fouls called on a team in the second half. Let them play. Of course, that has something to do with the teams playing a clean game as well. McCutcheon with the ball, nice move to get to the hole. Floater, no good. Can't get his own rebound, controlled by Palmer. He's picked up by Smith full court, but Palmer's got handles as well as 3-point bombs in his game. Walls with the ball at the elbow, finds Walker posting up. He wants a one-on-one move. He's telling everybody to get away. I'm taking it to the hole. He does. Loose ball, though, gets to Israel. 3 ball off the mark, rebounded by Walls. Palmer is guarded by Smith, takes it to the hole, and Smith says, not in my house, son.
Got away with a little bit of a
there's been
foul with the lower body right there, but they'll call it. Like you said, they're letting them play.
There's letting them play. There's been a lot of those shots to the hole that have been contested, probably more than they should have been. No calls. John Glenn ball under the basket. Walker with the ball, kicks it back out to Campbell, who takes it to the hole. Nice and strong, easy bucket. Not defended at all. That's Campbell's first bucket of the second half. He has 9. Jackson Radcliffe with the ball is guarded by Campbell at the top. He dishes, finds McCutcheon for 3. McCutcheon's first 3 ball of the game. Full court pressure again, 52-35 in favor of the Muskies.
Nice pass.
Walker with a great look to Noah Larrick. Goes up for the shot, but he's fouled. He's fouled by Strickland. That'll be his 3rd foul, team's 5th in the second half.
They had Walker double teamed there right past midcourt. He made a good, strong step-through move.
He really
went
did.
to his left, a nice left-hand bounce pass to a wide-open Larrick underneath, and got fouled before he could get the shot off.
And good court awareness by Larrick to see that and see a lane and get to the hole. Told kids forever, you want to get in the scoring column, cut to the hole.
I tell you what, both teams understand the game of basketball. Both teams well coached.
First shot off the mark. His second attempt looks a little better, but it's in and out. Rebounded by McCutcheon. Nice strong rebound. Noah Larrick does have a bucket in the game, but he's missed those last 2 free throws. Owen Smith, long range 3. Off the mark, rebounded by Walker for John Glenn. Palmer is pressured, full court. Walls with the ball at half court. He breaks the press, takes it in strong, Contact inside, no call. Rebounded by Walls again. Lots of bodies flying around, controlled by Philo. Good save by Owen Smith. Radcliffe with the ball. Pushes up the corner, long range pass over to Seals. Ball up and in. Makes it 52-37. More half or full court pressure by the Electrics. Walker in control of the ball. He finds Israel in his corner. He's missed the last 3 from that corner. Long range, no good. Rebound, Seals. I guess he's going to take this to the hole, Coach. What do you think?
Until he got fouled.
Not a difficult guess because Seals likes to penetrate. And for that reason right there, it's a good decision because he picks up a foul and he's going to get an opportunity to get some free throws. So Israel with his second foul.
Coach Sheck here with a full timeout. Probably a good timeout taken because you had a lot of players on both sides huffing and puffing.
A little
right
gassed,
there.
right. A little gassed. Let him get an opportunity to catch the breath. And we'll kind of recap here real quick. 4:33 left in the fourth. 52-37. John Glenn leads Philo. We are live from the power plant in Philo, Ohio. AVC Sports bringing you tonight's action live on the radio, 107.9. Nash Icon 98.5 FM. Also, catch us on Facebook and on YouTube, folks, YRP TV. Look for those channels to be able to watch the game live tonight. We've got, I don't know what the numbers are over there from aficionado Brett Klein, but he told me there was a heck of a lot of people watching. We want to thank our crew tonight with us. Also, Mike Mitchell running the camera tonight. And big Brock Valentine back there. I don't know what he's doing, but I think he's keeping stats maybe for us.
He's giving his dad that look. What are you talking about?
That's right. So Philo ball under their own basket. I thought it was a shooting foul. Was it not a shooting foul for Seals? It must not have been. Instead, it'll be inbounded. Ball to Radcliffe. He's got Palmer on him. Takes him to the hole. Nice move. Palmer goes sliding across the floor, and Jackson Radcliffe with the pivot and knocks the shot down. He pressures the ball out of bounds.
Well, they're going to call that off of Philo. Almost a turnover there on the inbounds pass by the Little Muskies.
Sure was. John Glenn ball, Walls has the ball, full court pressure by Philo, inbounded to Israel, up to Palmer, back to Walls, midcourt. He breaks the press, but he's fouled by Seals. Silly foul there by Seals. Just he kind of lost his balance, I think, and tried to turn to make sure he didn't pick up the foul, but that's only his first.
I tell you what I like about the Little Muskies against that pressure. When they catch it, they pivot and see the floor before the ball gets down. So many kids just want to grab it and take off. I tell you what, they do a nice job and get the ball to the open man.
Coach Sheck does like to work on the fundamentals, that's for sure. So ball controlled by John Glenn. Israel with the ball. He's defended by McCutcheon and defended well. And trapped is Avery Palmer. Ball up to McCutcheon. He takes it in and misses the bunny. Rebounded by John Glenn. Walls with the ball. Back over to Israel. Up to Walker. We've got a 2-on-1 with Campbell and Walker. And great dish by Walker to find Campbell, who puts up the shot, and he's fouled.
That's one he might have been better spent there to just take the ball up right away. I think by making that little pump fake gave the defensive man time to recover and then unable to get a clean shot off. But he will go to the line to shoot too.
Yep. And with that foul, Demetrius Strickland picks up the fourth. So it'll be Campbell at the line. He knocks down the first. Cade Cyril's back in the game, and so is Nick Morgan. Strickland will take a seat with 4 fouls, 3:40 left in the fourth. Campbell lines up shot number 2. Off the mark, rebounded by Walls, but he loses control. Smith with the ball. He's defended by Israel. Takes it to the hole, nice and strong, but shots off the mark, and Nathan Walker's there for the easy rebound. Up to Walls. Tries to bring it out. He's double teamed, breaks the double team, gets it out to Walker at the top, and he's fouled easily by McCutcheon. at some point you have to stop the clock.
Yes.
So, if they're going to beat you at this point, down 53-39 with only 3 minutes left, make them beat you at the line, Coach.
I'll tell you what, again, good balance by John Glenn tonight. They've got 3 starters in double figures, and the other 2 with 7.
Walker will be at the charity stripe.
He's been a little off there tonight.
Yep, he's off the front of the rim. Good foul then, right? So, but the bad part is Philo forgot to box out, and John Glenn gets the rebound. Palmer with the ball. He's defended strongly by Cade Searles, but too strong because he's going to be called for his second foul. And again, it's okay to foul, but you have to get the rebound on the missed shot.
Right.
So not only did you pick up 2 fouls now, but you're also giving them a couple opportunities to knock this down. And I doubt Palmer's going to miss on his, but he does. I jinxed him.
You jinxed him. There you go with that announcer's jinx again.
McCutcheon with the rebound. Morgan double teamed and over the head pass.
That was an ill-advised
sure
pass
was.
that time. Coach Haberfield didn't like it and calls a timeout.
And Morgan kind of lost his balance, was kind of falling out of bounds, and just throws it in the hands of a John Glenn Muskie. Easily basket, pushed up the court. Who scored that one? Was that Palmer that knocked that one down? That's what I thought. Okay, so that's Palmer's second basket of the half. He knocked down that wide open 3 and then this one. So 55-39 is the score. 2:54 remaining. Now the foul situation at this point, Philo with 9 team fouls. So the next one is going to give him 2 from the charity stripe. John Glenn only with 3 fouls.
Big advantage there for the Little Muskies. Of course, I still go back to that little stretch there in the second quarter where John Glenn knocked down 4 straight 3-point attempts. Those 12 points are pretty much what the deficit is right now. It is 16, but I go back to that little stretch. That's been the difference this basketball game.
So far in the fourth quarter, the Electrics have outscored the Muskies because of that extra pressure. They've got a couple layups out of it. And they are outscoring them in the fourth quarter so far, but they're going to have to double that output here real quick because they're quickly running out of time. 2:54 remaining in the contest. Owen Smith with the ball. He's guarded by Israel. Takes it to the elbow, picks up his dribble, finds a cutting Cade Searles, who you know is going to take it to the hole, and he does, and he picks up a foul.
There's nothing wrong with that because you're in a situation now you can't be overly patient offensively. You're down here by 16 points. You have to get up quick shots.
Absolutely. Now for John Glenn, the only bad part about that is that's Walls' 4th foul, and he's been a spark plug here in the second half for the Muskies. First shot by Searles gets the nice friendly roll and goes in. Walls picks up his 4th foul. He is leading the charge with 6 points here in the second half for the Little Muskies. Searles a little bit better shot the second time, knocks it in. Full court pressure again. Palmer is trapped in the corner, but easily finds Larrick in the middle of the floor, up to Walls.
Missed the layup.
I don't know if Owen Smith got a piece of it. Looked like he did. Ball is pushed up the floor by Jackson Radcliffe. Has Campbell one-on-one, takes it to the hole and finishes. Inbounds to Palmer. Again, is trapped in the corner. He gets out of it. Finds Walls in the middle of the floor. Coach Scheck, realizing that time was ticking away, going to have a 10 count on him, decides to call a timeout instead. We'll keep it here for one last shot here.
It would have been close.
It was counting down close, wasn't it? So Coach Scheck with the timeout. Looks like it's a full timeout. So 2:12 left on the clock. It is a 12-point John Glenn lead over the Muskies. Again, Caden Walls leading the way so far for John Glenn in the second half, but he did pick up his 4th foul. For Philo, you mentioned that Cade Searles, you have to take the ball to the hole now. If you're John Glenn, you don't. If they're going to take the ball to the hole, what you don't want to do is foul him.
Right.
You don't mind giving up an easy basket every once in a while, but don't be silly and give them an easy basket and a foul.
And I think that's Philo's best bet right now because they have not shot the ball very well from the perimeter. And their best right now is to try to get to the basket. And hopefully, if nothing else, they can draw fouls, which they have the last couple possessions.
Carter McCutcheon knocked down a three ball in the fourth quarter. And then Wesley Wilson in the third, that real long one, almost from the volleyball line, for goodness sake. So they've only knocked down 2 threes in the second half. So you're right. They haven't been shooting the ball well tonight from long range. So whatever they can do to put the ball in the hole is what they need to do. Long range pass up to the middle to Walls, who gets it up to Israel. Easy layup, no good. Israel went with the left hand and was off the mark, but what happens? Rebound Walls again. He has to have 7-8 rebounds tonight.
About 5 of them have been offensive.
Yeah, and late here in the fourth quarter has had several. Campbell with the ball in the corner, spots up for 3, decides against it, gets the ball to Walker.
No need to force up unnecessary shots right now for Little Muskies.
No.
You've got the big lead, and the clock is your friend.
Only 1:33 left. Walls finds an opening and takes the ball to the hole, but he's fouled by Owen Smith. That'll be Owen Smith's second foul. Sends Caden Walls to the line. He is 1 for 1 so far tonight from the charity stripe. He gets another crack at it. First one up and good. Makes it a 13-point lead with 1:33 remaining.
John, you played for him. We both know what Coach Ford would be doing in this situation. There'd be no shots taken.
That's right. Second one off the mark. Rebounded by Philo. Ball pushed up the floor by Demetrius Strickland, but he misses the bunny. Great defense there by John Glenn to tie him up. And the possession will be in favor of John Glenn. Again, full court pressure, 1:26 left in the game. Walker with the ball in the corner. No double team, though. So he easily gets the ball up to Israel, pulls it back out, gets it to Palmer. I got to believe that Palmer and Walker are going to have the ball in their hands quite a bit here this last minute. Israel with the ball in the corner. He's double teamed. And a timeout called.
Because that was about to be a 5-second.
Sure was. Well, Coach Sheck just has that number counting in his head, doesn't he?
That had to be right at the 4-second mark right there.
That's twice he's guessed right on that. So that'll be a timeout. John Glenn. They do have, according to my count, 2 remaining. We'll keep it here, 1:10 remaining, a 13-point lead, 56-43. John Glenn. We are live again tonight, guys, at the power plant. ABC Sports continuing to bring you local high school sports coverage. The MVL Game of the Week, Coach. Why they put us 2 on the Game of the Week?
Well, I understand you. I'm worried about myself.
Right. Great atmosphere. We mentioned the crowd. Nothing better than having a rowdy student section, having a good time. It is loud at the power plant tonight for sure.
And these teams both have played hard tonight, done a lot of good things. The one thing that John Glenn's done a little better than Philo, they've shot the ball better from the perimeter.
Yep. It'll be John Glenn ball, Campbell, Walker, Walls, Palmer, and Israel.
I really would be surprised if John Glenn took anything except a layup in this situation right here. Up 13 with 1:06 to go.
Yeah, they're going to want to get to the foul line, I'm sure, and close her out there. Foul on the floor called on Radcliffe, his 4th.
And the Little Muskies will shoot 2 the rest of the way out.
Yep, 2 the rest of the way. And again, that's why Coach Sheck wants the ball in Palmer's hands, because I'm sure he's going to want to knock these down. 57-43 now. Palmer's first one up and good. Second one, more of the same. So Palmer 2 of 3 from the line tonight. Smith with the ball. He's guarded by Israel. Nice crossover spin move to the hole, but again, the shot's off the mark, controlled by John Glenn. Searles tries to make the steal, and he's called for the easy foul. 3 on Searles. And again, Palmer is going to be the recipient of 2 free throws. They call them free, Coach, because nobody's guarding you. Nobody's pressuring you. You get a free opportunity to get an easy shot. And just like that, he knocks 3 down in a row.
We've got Campbell and Nathan Walker both coming out of the game now. Brad Morgan, and I believe that's Tyler Steinhoff.
It is Steinhoff. Second free throw up and good. And Coach Scheck's probably going to get Palmer out of there as well. He will. And into the game will be Nelson Cameron for the Muskies.
Who shot the ball well in the JV game tonight.
49 seconds left here in the game. Smith brings the ball up the floor. Seals with the ball, top of the key. Long range 3, nothing but net. Knocks it down.
Where's that been all night?
Right, inbounds to John Glenn. He's pressured. Trapped in the corner. But the official's going to say McCutcheon had a little bit too much of the arm of Caden Walls.
McCutcheon kind of disagrees, and
yeah.
So does assistant coach Cole Smith. Not very happy with that call.
So Walls will be at the line shooting 2. He is 2 for 3 on the night. Make that 3 for 4. First one good, 61-46. Into the game for John Glenn will be the other Lyric, Caleb, who played pretty well in the JV game as well.
He did. He led the Little Muskies with 20 points in the earlier contest.
Second one by Walls is up and in. 32 seconds remaining in the contest. Smith with the ball. Chucks up a long range 3 off the front, no good. He gets his own rebound, takes it in strong with the left hand, and he converts.
Didn't get away with it.
Yep, ball's put in play. Wall's a little bit quick on the trigger. He saw an opening. He said, I'm going to get out of here before somebody traps me. But he moves his feet a little too much. So it's called for a moving violation. Inbounds will be Smith, 14.9 remaining, 62-48. Into Searles, 3, no good. Rebound Walls, he's not going to get caught this time. And it looks like Philo will let the clock run out. They will. 3 seconds left. That'll be the end of the game, folks. 62-48 is your final. Give us a moment. Get all these stats put together for you. We'll be back to summarize in just a few minutes.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of a guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Fall means cooler temperatures and the changing of the seasons. The Rogers Company is ready with all heating services. They install furnaces, geothermal, ductless systems for both residential and commercial. They provide repairs and maintenance to all makes and models. On the commercial side, they're the area's refrigeration company. Put the Rogers Company team to work for you. Call 740-685-8677.
Your home and your car are likely your 2 biggest investments. Protecting them from unexpected damage is a prime concern to WB Green Insurance. They are proud to represent Westfield Insurance, a financial service organization that provides insurance products for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers, along with personalized claim service that's fast and friendly. To learn how Westfield can help with your insurance needs, talk to WB Green Insurance today.
Feeding the world takes the work of a farmer. Patrons Buckeye Mutual, your local Grinnell Mutual member insurance company, tips our hat to those who help ensure that we can all eat tomorrow. We are proud to offer the coverage farmers need to keep growing. So we're taking a moment to say thank you for planning our future. Trust in farming. Trust in Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Trust in tomorrow. Contact your Patrons Buckeye agent today at 638-3604. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
Custom Vehicles of Zanesville is the local spot for all car, truck, marine, and RV accessories. From remote starts, heated seats, stereo equipment, lift kits, WeatherTech products, tonneau covers, toolboxes, strobe lights, rhino linings, Z-Bart rust-proofing, and undercoating. If it can be found online, they can get it. Stop by their showroom today and see how they can use their expertise to enhance your vehicle. Visit Custom Vehicles of Zanesville today, located at 3619 Old Falls Road, or visit them on Facebook at Custom Vehicles of Zanesville.
Are you paying too much for homeowners insurance? Has your insurance company raised your deductible? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. Many people can't accurately answer these questions. With many premiums escrowed into mortgages, homeowners don't pay attention to changes to their policies anymore. It's time you visit Valentine Insurance for a true, no-obligation review of your insurance policy. Call 994-1776 or stop by our office at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge.
Welcome back to the Power Plant, Philo, Ohio. Recapping tonight's high school boys action. Philo, John Glenn. John Glenn comes out with the W, 62-48. We will review some scoring here. First for John Glenn. These are very unofficial. But Nathan Walker, 13 points. Avery Palmer, 17. Caden Walls, 10. Tyler Steinhoff knocked down a triple. Stephon Israel, 7. Colin Campbell, 10. Noah Larrick, 2 for 62. For Philo, Cade Searles, 13. Demetrius Strickland, 4. Jackson Radcliffe, 7. Owen Smith, 5. Wesley Wilson, 3. And Carter McCutcheon with a big night with 16 leads his team for 48. That's my unofficial count, Coach. From just adding these up really quick, I've only got Philo getting to the foul line 6 times.
And that's what I had him at, only 3 out of 6 as opposed to 14 out of 21. Of course, that's a little deceiving because Philo was in a situation there late in the fourth quarter where they had nothing else they could do. If they couldn't get fouls, they had to stop the action somehow. Were forced to foul the Little Muskies, and to their credit, they stepped up and made free throws. They outscored them by 11 points at the free throw line and only won this game by 14.
Yeah.
So a lot of it's right there. And again, I point back to that one stretch there in the second quarter where they hit 4 straight threes. They were shooting 55% from behind the arc in the first half.
Yeah.
And only made 2 out of 9 in the second half. So their shooting did calm down, but what kept the lead for them, like we said, was the ability for them to get the free throw line and knock them down, especially late there in the fourth quarter.
Right, 14 alone in the fourth quarter, free throws for John Glenn. So 15 in the half. So, 14 opportunities. That was the difference there. But again, Philo had to stop the clock somehow.
That was it. That's the only thing you could do in that situation.
Sure, you got to be able to stop the clock because that was your biggest enemy at that point. If they knock them down, they knock them down. What else are you going to do? So, and credit to John Glenn for knocking those down, especially Palmer and Caden Walls late there in the fourth. So, pretty slow game, really controlled game, well-played game in that first half. Got a little sloppy in the second half because of the extra pressure. Not only full court, but in the half court by Philo. They had to, right, because they were down.
Had to sell out.
Absolutely. They were down at the half, 21-33. So 12 points at the half. They had to do something to get back in it. But, both teams, I think, I don't know if the level of is that big of a difference, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Between the two teams, the difference was that three-point shooting we mentioned in the first half by John Glenn and then getting those free throw opportunities late. But that being said, John Glenn's 3-1 now, and they've got a nice team. They've got a nice inside-out game. If it were me, I'd like to see those Lyric boys get a little bit more action inside. But when you're so strong on the outside, and really Walker can play that inside-out game on his own, I think that really helps. But I think as the season goes on, the more that you can utilize that size from the Lyric boys for sure, I think is only going to benefit Coach Scheck moving forward. And really Coach Haberfield, he's got 4 or 5 guys that can take the ball to the hole. Shooting was the biggest issue tonight. Not necessarily from a scoring standpoint. McCutcheon was 16 and Seals for 13. But Seals, even though he takes the ball to the hole all the time, he only got to the free throw line 4 times.
Exactly. I had them for the night 20 out of 51 from the field, 39%. If you're going to win on a consistent basis, you want to be at least mid-40s, a little closer to 50%. But a lot of those were kind of forced shots there, too.
Yep.
At the end of the game. When they couldn't afford to take time off the clock, they had to get quick shots off. And they've done some good things. Again, they're playing with a lot of football players. And I think that they're going to continually get better. They still get a little rough around the edges at times. You could tell that John Glenn's a little more polished at this point in time. But I think Philo's going to do nothing but get better as the season progresses.
Yeah, and I think you're right. Both teams, I think, will get better. Certainly as the season goes by. What I was impressed by, though, is, even though you have maybe a few extra football players on Philo's team than you do on John Glenn's team, they handled the ball well. I mean,
they did.
It wasn't a lot of sloppy play with the ball in your hands. It was, good defense by both teams, really. And so to kind of summarize one more time, 62-48 in favor of the Muskies. Good game from the power plant, loud action, great student section, good crowd. It was a fun time to be at the power plant. Haven't been here in a couple years. It was nice to hear the crowd.
It's just nice to see all these people back in the gym. I mean, we're not completely back to normal yet, Johnny, but we are headed in the right direction.
We'll be there soon. And, folks, I want to thank you for joining us tonight live on YouTube and on Facebook, YRP TV. Also, on the radio waves, a Nash Icon 107.9 and 98.5. I want to thank Brandon back at the station. Certainly kept us involved. A little extra work tonight on our part, but we got her done, brother. And
it's all that matters.
Thanks to Mike Mitchell running the cameras tonight, and Brett Klein for doing all the work, bringing you tonight's live action, and Brock Valentine for helping Brett a little bit as well. We want to thank you guys for joining us. Until next time, for Coach Mike Plaziak, this is John Valentine signing out. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time, folks.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Doan Ford, West 40 Auto Sales, WB Green Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and Cooling, Schaefer Insurance, Southeastern Med, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Valentine Insurance, Bethea Glass CPA, The Rogers Company, and Papa John's Pizza. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports.